Hi, I'm Selena for Who is Jesus today. And today I have a bit of a message that's going to go kind of in a different direction today, dealing with some current cultural issues, particularly here in the United States of America. Now, I want to say this. The vast majority of us, and I can speak on behalf of people in the U.S. and around the world, the vast majority of us are not having questions or issues or struggles with preferred pronouns. We are not. And when you look at us, the person standing in front of you, be it male or female, is very identifiable. So when you look at me, you're looking at me, what do you see? Who do you see? So I'm saying this is because I see this, there's been this ongoing discussion and debate, and I want to offer some global advice here. So many of us do not subscribe to questioning our gender or a wanting to alter our agenda, and along with that to have a name change and a change of pronouns. That's just the truth. Let's deal with the truth. The truth is, I know the truth is hard for a lot of people. And even those who would agree with what I'm saying now 100%, it will still sometimes be a struggle to stand up and speak the truth and say, I do not identify with that, and I will not subscribe to that. And I got you. I'm with you. I'm not criticizing you, but you know what? God's going to help us who are those who want to speak the truth to become more and more speakers of the truth. Not just to feel the truth and to believe it, but also to voice it. And so I want to speak on behalf of a whole lot of people, and I'm not the first one on this topic, but I feel that God is guiding me to come from this angle, this approach. I do not appreciate filling out any forms or being asked what is my preferred pronoun. I have no intentions of answering that question. I want you to identify me as the person that you see. Everything about me shouts out, she's a woman. Okay? And I know that I understand the issue of ambiguity in our world. But there is no ambiguity when you look at me. One thing you are sure of, I'm a lady. Now, possibly you can't always assume you know where a person is from or what is their first language. I get that. Obviously, whatever a language a person begins to speak to you, or you can sometimes tell by different accents, okay, well, no, they speak English, but they have a different language. Yeah, and all of that requires, at some point, right, some clarity. But it is so different when we're talking about gender. Who's a man? Who's a woman? There are those who feel that they're not in the right gender from birth. And that's been a hot discussion ongoingly, right? And they want others to acknowledge that with them. And to validate that, there's not just changes made to the appearance, but also with titles, gender, the change of a name. That is a very small, small, small segment of society on a global scale. Not acknowledging, not saying the population doesn't exist. Oh yes, we do know. But that is a small, small segment of society. And so why are the vast majority of us who don't subscribe to this, it doesn't even exist for us on a personal level, never has, are being made to come into this arena of pop culture where we are asked as well, what is a preferred pronoun? How do you identify? Listen, unless I tell you I identify other than the person that you are looking at, a lady, then there's no reason in the world to look at me and say what is my preferred pronoun. Espanol, ella. In English, call me she. Her. Better yet, Selena. And to be honest with you, if you were once Patricia, you now say you're Patrick, or if you were once Patrick and you now say you are Patricia, okay, I'm going to call you the name that you call yourself. I mean, honestly, if a person you meet and they tell you that their name is Close the Window, then, you look at them and go, come again? Yeah, Close the Window. Okay, so then you want me to call you Close the Window. I know that's a probably pretty, that's me a little bit with my humor. I think I could have done better, but you get the idea, right? I mean, it's like if you say something that's extremely outlandish and you want someone to call you that, I was thinking about a person named Sky. Actually, Sky is a nice name. Yeah, that's a nice name, but how about somebody named, Wind or Earth or Storm? I think Storm's a nice name too. But you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? People can call you the name that you want to be called. But because pronouns are gender-based, there isn't any reason for the vast majority of the population to have to start saying what is their preferred pronoun. That is placing an issue on us that doesn't exist for us. It just doesn't exist. It's not a reality to have to ever verify or validate if we are a woman or a man. And we know there's a segment of society that they're in that place. But that's not, you can't bring us all into that place. Let's be honest. We all do make assessments based on appearance. You can't tell me that there is absolutely no difference in how a woman or a man look standing in front of you. Let's just stick to the issue of women because that seems to be more of what's being questioned here. So you can't say that based on a woman's vocal cords, the absence of an Adam's apple, even the facial bone structure. Yes, that you just don't know if it's a woman or a man, and there's a need to have them validate to you who they are or who they prefer to be. I get it that people prefer to be something, but everything that we prefer to be doesn't mean that we are. that, or that we think we are, or that we dream to be, or desire to be. People can meet people in that place where they are, that this is how I feel, okay, but that's not how I feel and millions of others. So when you make this so political that it becomes now like a mandate that you're asking people who this is not their reality or experience at all, not even a thought, to tell you what's their preferred pronoun, that becomes uncomfortable and even offensive, because I don't want to have to tell you and emphasize what's the obvious. I just don't want to do that. And I should not have to do that, or anyone else where this is not an issue. So there needs to be other ways where when we're talking about a population that says that they weren't born the right gender, or they decided to change, and they want to be recognized and acknowledged for those changes and their new role in life, as a man or as a woman. That's not something that I have to join and say, okay, so I guess you're going to have to ask all of us, right? What's our preferred pronoun? No, you don't at all. Why? Why? If I don't tell you anything, if I don't tell you you should call me differently than what you see, then you should not have to ask. You want to make it more simple? Let someone carry an ID card. Let them carry around a card, and they can show it and say, this is what I prefer you call me, in reference to a pronoun. It's very simple. I worked in schools. Get yourself some index cards and put she or he. Or you can say, I was a he, and now I'm a she. This is what they believe. This isn't what I believe. This isn't my rationale. But hey, like I say, you meet people on where they are. This is not about trying to wipe out people. It's just let's all allow ourselves to be honest and truthful, and not pull the vast majority of people into a way of thinking that has never existed. So if you need to validate your pronoun other than what the world is actually seeing, because even these outward changes of fashion and cosmetics doesn't really take away the Adam's apple or change your vocal cords either, or also the hands are different. There's just so many things, and feet, and so, but anyway, if this is where you are, okay, those who are into the pronoun culture, then how about carrying around just a simple index card and show your preferred pronoun, instead of me having to show up someplace and be asked to identify my pronoun. No, I don't have any answer. I told you that I'm Selena, and you see a lady in front of you, and that's what you just see and believe, unless you're told otherwise. Fair enough, right? Fair enough. A rational conversation for both sides. Right. I think that's fair enough. So that was my talk today. I said it was going to be a little different, because I'm being asked to the preferred pronoun. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. Call me what you see. That's it. Okay? So take care, everyone out there around the world. You can like and subscribe. Until next time, shalom.